Hello guys, it's Unders, and today we're going to have a little quick look at Waves Doubler, just to do a little power trick of doubling up vocals and giving it that wide stereo feel. So just a quick breakdown here. The track that I've got loaded up is both the radio mix and the full mix for the single Like a Fool. If you want to check out the full track in context to hear this trick used, I will link it in the description below for you. What we're going to focus on here is this main vocal, and this is the main lead line that runs throughout the track. Everything below it here are all sort of sub vocals. So if we were to solo this out,
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have started running.
that's what we've got, and this is just the lead line here that takes it through.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs.
Now I've done a couple of things to double it up, including it being sent to a delay. So I'm going to mute the delay for the time being. And I also had CLA vocals on here, and I've used the wide section, pushed it just a little bit. That's generally the way that I like to do doubling. It's the same effect, just built into one slider on a plugin. So below it here, we've got Doubler 2 loaded up. Now you might have both. You might have Doubler 4. There might even be a Doubler 8, to be honest, as well. Doubler 2 is all you need to do this kind of effect, and it's really simple to do. So let's take this down as we've got it. This should just be now a pretty mono sounding vocal.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs.
I'll even take off the reverb there so it's super dry.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs.
So in context of the track in this case, it's not going to give us too much. If we were to get the bass in there, get some of the drum breaks in.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have started running.
Right, it's pretty dead center and pretty dry, right? It doesn't give much of a stereo feel. It doesn't give that feeling of like being enveloped by the vocal. That's where the doubler trick comes in. So if we load up doubler and switch it on here, instantly we got a different feel.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have started running. Maybe it would be fine. I've fallen for the same trick, like it doesn't.
Cool. It's no louder. It's just changed the balance, and it's effectively got copies sitting on the left and right. So the way we can do that in Doubler is quite simple. If we have a look at this little interface window on the left, we've got these two dots, and these are our two other points of where copy of the audio is going to be. So if we were to put them dead center and really low down,
I should have seen it coming. I should have read.
right, we've got almost the same thing we had initially, right? If we bring them dead center and nice and high up like so,
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the sign.
cool. Now we've got layered really different copies of it. We can then push those respectively to the left and right, adjusting for balance and level.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have.
And that gives us that pushed out effect there. Now, the reason that works is we're making use of the stereo field to its maximum. It's like having two copies of it panned hard left and right. Now, these work in conjunction with effectively this little grid here. This allows us to adjust the pitch and the feel of where that vocal is going to sit. When you perform a vocal twice, you never get it exactly the same as it was previously, and that's how you get a really nice layering effect. This plays on that effect by moving it slightly in and out of pitch. So having slightly two out of pitched versions gives us that nice wide stereo feel. Our ears don't perceive it as all being the same version, which is why when we have it dead center, it sounds really phasey and not quite right.
I should have seen it coming. I should have.
But if we send it only to the right ear and only to the left ear, our mind just picks it up as it being a really wide sound.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the sign.
For a vocal, it tends to need to be really subtle. You see these are very, very close in where they're sitting. If we were to move this even slightly up here, it's not going to sound right.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the sign.
Yeah, it's starting to feel more like an echo, right? If we were to push it exaggerated out here,
I should have seen it coming. I should have read.
it starts to warble. Equally, if we've got them too close together like this, we'll still hear that phasing effect even though they've been panned.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the sign.
So it depends on the vocal, but you need to do it by ear. So it's relatively close together, and generally one just a touch above or below the other.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read.
That's going to work the best for us. Now, generally on the EQ section, I will take out any low end below about 200. Depends on the music you're doing, depends on the vocal as well. If it was a male vocal, there might be a lot more low mids and even some low end that we want to keep in there. In this instance, my kick drum and snare are right around the 100, 200 marker. Don't really want the vocal interfering with it too much. It sits nicely like that. So if we just throw bits of the break in.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the sign.
Right, we're not losing anything from the vocal and they're just sitting nicely, not fighting anywhere. You can just flatten this out quite simply. I just tend to put that roll off in there. It can be quite nice to roll off a little bit of the highs on the sides as well.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have started.
Again, depends what you're after. A nice trick can be to automate this as well. It gives the feeling of it opening up on, say, chorus sections. So you can have it just like this here, and then automate this just to open up, and you get something like this.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have.
Right, so it opens up to the big wide vocal. So a couple of other things that we can do, but generally this will let us pull off that trick. Like I say, I will generally use CLA vocals, switch it to wide here and just push it up a couple of dB, 4.5 in this instance. That gives us almost the same effect, and it's just quicker to set in. So if I was to switch the CLA back on now, we'll have a pretty similar feel.
I should have seen it coming. I should have read the signs. I should have started running. Maybe it would be fine.
And that, guys, is how you can use a doubler to create stereo vocals. I hope that was helpful for you. If it was, throw a like on the video, and any questions, throw it in the comments down below.